Yeah, I'm defeated. I don't quite know what to say right now. This game shouldn't lead people to behave the way that they've behaved, and it shouldn't be a public spectacle like it's been. I well, I feel like I'm partially responsible for this. Um, Utopia is gone, at least as we knew it. So I'm going to swap my screen over to what Chris Peters has written, and I'm going to read it. And so we come to this. It is just a game of little plastic spaceships and rolling dice. I will leave to whoever thinks they can have the ability to do so this site. I truly hope you may yet come together as a community and love one another for what makes you different and who you are as individuals, but it will be without me. I pray that the last gift I give you is the sense that you are in this together, and that only together is there a game and a Star Trek Attack Wing community. Peace and long life. I'm going to leave those words up and let them resonate for a moment. Because here's the notion. We ever since I've been involved in Star Trek Attack Wing, I have met dozens of people who play the game. I have had the pleasure of interacting with dozens, if not hundreds, more of people of you online. And I can say with certainty that the majority of those interactions, the vast majority, 90 plus percent of those interactions, have been overwhelmingly positive. And that community is a good community. But there are times where it is rough. Um, I never thought I would build a podcast. I told a friend once, I said, if I ever start a podcast, yell at me, scream at me, hold an intervention for me, make me stop, because at that point I'm crazy, I've lost my mind. Well, Warp Core Breach went over 60 episodes, and that friend never held an intervention. Um, yeah. And in the shipyard, I recently put out episode 600. Um, we've been doing the shipyard for over 5 years. Not all of it Star Trek Attack Wing content. No, plenty of board games, plenty of Star Trek Adventure stuff. But I feel like there's a community. I feel like, for the most part, a bunch of people get together and play a game about Star Trek. And I don't care if you're a faction purist, an anything goes, an era specific, a mission player, a super competitive player. It doesn't matter because we all find some form of commonality here. And that's something I learned to embrace on Warp Core Breach. I had people of all stripes on the show. We had mission players, we had purists, we had custom card creators, anything and everything about the game. That's who was around. And in some ways, I miss that because things seemed better back then. And to be fair, WizKids published more content. And look, if you've come this far, you've realized I'm not here bashing on anyone. I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus, and I'm not yelling about things. I'm not lecturing. I'm legitimately sitting here at a loss for words, a loss for direction right now. I will say I have had talks with people that I trust, and we are looking at things, but we have nothing to discuss right now other than a tournament that's taking place online, and there will be content from it, both recorded and live, that will be coming up in November. So clearly I'm not running away from the game. I'm staying, 6-7 minutes in. I'm not running away because if you've read my community posts on this channel and only on this channel, you will have seen 2 mentions of trolls, people trolling my comment sections with personal attacks and other things that have existed. And I have never been one to walk away from people doing that. I will walk away. I will ban them, and I will just not keep going with that because I'm not going to give them credence. But I'm not going to walk away from this channel because doing so lets them win. And I don't want to surrender. You see, when there's an attack, we circle the wagons. We figure out who is with us, and we are stronger. We grow stronger through all things. Adversity refines us. And knowing what's going on is a good thing. I don't mean that as some kind of battle cry. I'm not out here for a witch hunt. I'm not out here for people to go figure out who's tormenting me. It's not your fight. It's not. It is life as a public figure. But here's the reality. All things that exist, all ways that we interact with each other, have an effect. Kindness costs us nothing. And we all need to be good to each other. I don't ever feel that telling someone that they have made a bad choice is being unkind. I feel like that is trying to help, trying to better, trying to inform. Whether or not they want to hear that, that's a whole different story. But you start spewing vitriol, you start name calling. That is a bad choice. That is you making it personal, and that is crossing the line. So, yeah, understand that we all have different viewpoints in this game. We all have different viewpoints as people. We all have different viewpoints as Star Trek fans. I love Lower Decks. My wife won't watch it at all. It's a cartoon. I have found Discovery amusing, interesting, thought provoking. She can't stand it. She loves Star Trek V, hates Wrath of Khan. And I think most of us would flip flop those opinions. I love Insurrection. Come at me. But those are Star Trek opinions, right? And we're allowed to have good natured debates about those things because we understand that we have commonalities. And I think we've forgotten how to be decent to each other and treat each other as people first. And that's the unfortunate side of this. That's what Chris has gotten at. Is that before we can get back to being a community of gamers, we must first get back to being a community of people. We have to treat each other well first. I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. Those are my words. So, you know what? I may disagree with, I may evaluate a card terribly. I may trash it. And you may disagree with me. And you have every right to express that opinion factually. But what you can't do is trash me for my opinion. You can trash my opinion, but you can't trash me. You can say, hey, I think your opinion's wrong. Here's why. Here's how I've used that card. What about this situation with that card? And I'll go, I hadn't considered that. Or, you know what? Maybe you're partially right. Maybe that does make it a little better, but I still don't think it's a great card. You know, I'll do those things. I will give people the benefit of the doubt most of the time. Granted, when it's the same people over and over again, always telling me that I'm wrong, that I don't know anything, well, you know what? You go put on 100 episodes of a podcast and 400 episodes of a YouTube channel, and you tell me what you learn after doing that, because I guarantee you it's a whole heck of a lot. I'm not saying I know the most about this game. I don't. But for anyone to question what I do know about Star Trek Attack Wing, they are kidding themselves, because I know a lot about this game. I have forgotten a lot about this game too, because there are times I forget very simple rule questions, very simple rule interactions, because I have a lot going on in my brain, and I do not play this game all the time. But that does not excuse somebody calling me stupid and ignorant about this game. And it goes beyond that. That's the PG version I will allow myself to say on this channel. Anyway, yeah. I will leave you with this. We all need to be good to each other. We all need to treat each other well. Kind words, kind hearts cost us nothing, and they are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of strength. You never know what someone else is going through. Never. And you never know what difference reaching out, asking somebody how they're doing, giving somebody a little smile, or a head nod, or a thank you, or a little apology might do. You do those things, we're going to be better. I believe that Star Trek Attack Wing is far from dead. I believe that some changes are necessary, like all people, like all things. To everything there is a season. And with that, I will say thank you all for watching. I know this video will not be one of my most popular, but I hope that you sense the sincerity in it, because I truly mean it. I am not speaking from here. I am speaking from here. This all comes from the heart. All right. Again, thank you all for listening. To the good ones out there, thank you for being good. Thank you for embodying what Star Trek means. And until next time, and there will be a next time very soon, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.